Hey guys, Josh Boosters here, and today we're doing something different. We're back with a Yu-Gi-Oh video in honor of the new ban list. Basically, we're gonna play the very best deck ever released in the history of the game, which is of course Burning Abyss. And since we now have 3 Graff and 3 Cir, you can see my Burning Abyss Phantom Knight deck list here, which is not what we're gonna play. We're gonna play Burning Abyss. Pure. Because we wanna make use of the ban list and play Graff and Cir actually. So let's start by building this deck. So we're gonna do 3 of these, 3 of these. I guess we'll play 3 Skarm, 3 Farfa. We can't win by time, so we're not playing Barbar, I guess. Alec is okay. Lyric's pretty good, I think. Then I guess we're playing Dante. This guy. We're playing Cherubini. So yeah, I thought I'd just try to play the deck that makes the best use of 3 Graff and 3 Cir, which will probably be the Trap Burning Abyss deck, which saw some popularity this year. I think it's alright. It's not the best, but Burning Abyss in general is just not the very best deck at this moment, but we're just gonna see if we can somehow compete. So yeah, we're of course playing Tour Guides. I've seen people play 2 of this, but we ain't about that life. We're definitely playing 3. I think like 1 or 2 Rhino Warriors should be enough, probably 1. Then we're gonna play Backjack. There we go, Backjack. Start with 2 and see what we get. We can definitely play the Sires now, I think, since Cir and Graff are both at 3, so drawing card's pretty good. Yeah, I guess we do want some hand traps to not immediately lose to Virtual World. Driver, hello, Driver. There we go. And then we should play some traps, I guess. We'll play Solemn. Check. Then Dino, I guess. What's the other one called? Fiend. Probably something like this. I don't know, I guess we can cut like one of these. I really have a feeling I'm forgetting like some powerful trap we should definitely play, but I'm not sure what it is. Let's just play some tormentions. So yeah, then for the extra deck, let's go Boral Sword, Access Code, Bowlusa, not of the bow. I guess not. Bow. There we go. And of course we have to play Beatrice. Almost forgot her. Very bad of me. IP. Masquerena. There we go. I guess Lambda's alright, and then some nightmares. Nightmare, Unicorn, Phoenix. Should we play Break Sword, like if we somehow encounter Break Sword? No, Break Sword. I guess. We probably don't need 3 Dante. We probably don't even need 2 of this, to be honest. I think we can probably make better use. Oh, I better play this card. 42 cards, I hate it, but it is what it is. What should the last card in our extra deck be? I really don't know. Oh, maybe we can play the man. What's his name? Gossip Shadow. Because if we don't, we're gonna lose to Nibiru literally every single game, so we don't want that. And then I don't know. I don't know what the last card should be. Oh, you can play Link Spire or something. Or maybe we should play like Verte and stuff. I don't know. I will just give Link Spider a try, I guess. Just like for the Nibiru token. So yeah, I guess now I'm just gonna clap my hands and then the side deck is gonna magically appear and then we're gonna play some games, guys. I think I'll try like 1 or 2 matches to just show off the deck, depends how well it goes. So yeah, there we go. So let's get playing. Okay, so guys, the first match, you didn't see it, but I did win the rock, paper, scissors. My hand is gonna be Dynamiscus, Gamma, Driver, Nibiru, and Graff. So for disruptions, we have 3 pretty good ones. We have Dynamiscus, Gamma, and Nibiru. And then as like a pseudo starter, we have Graff. Like on the first one, doesn't really do anything, but in the event, I Gamma them or Nibiru them, and then Dynamiscus them after discarding the Graff. I can use the Graff effect to summon Scar from the deck, which will then kill itself, and then in the end phase I can get Tour Guide to potentially start playing on the next turn. So let's see. Obviously just gonna set the Dynamiscus and pass. So we're playing against 46 cards. He's opening with quick launch. So at this point I'm just thinking it's probably some Dragon Link deck after the new ban list. He's gonna bring out the Tracer. He's gonna go into Strike Dragon. I think, yeah, no effect to add the field spell, so he probably hard drew it. He's gonna add the Tracer to the hand, and then he's gonna bring out the Tracer with the field spell, and use the Tracer to pop the field spell. So at this point, I'm fairly certain it is not in fact Dragon Link, since they would never do this as a starting play unless their hand is absolutely terrible. It's most likely some Eldlik Dragon variant, which it does end up being, I think. Yeah, he's gonna go into the Chaos Ruler here, and I think I'm gonna go Gamma because this card just generates so much advantage in the Eldlik deck. Like you mill 5 and then you add a light to your hand or a dark. So all the Eldlik traps or monster he can mill like generate advantage. So yeah, I'm gonna go Gamma. Unfortunately he has Ash, so he's gonna get all the advantage from the Chaos Ruler, and he is gonna mill like absolutely insane of it as well. He's gonna hit 3 cards he wants to hit for the graveyard effect, and then 1 Vader, which is really good to add to the hand, which he will do, as you will see. Pretty good for him. Then with the router he's gonna add the Tracer to his hand. And with Sanguine he will set Conquistador, if I remember correctly, yeah. And he's just gonna go battle phase, attack me with the Tracer. Like at this point I could Dynamiscus, but there's really no actual point in doing so, so I'm just gonna let it go through. Then there's main phase 2. He is gonna finally decide to actually summon the Lord from the grave, which is good for me, since you will see it's gonna cost him a resource even though it doesn't really do anything, and then I'm gonna be able to Nibiru him. So yeah, he's just gonna summon the Lord in defense and then gonna end his turn, but in main phase 2 I'm gonna Nibiru him. The token is huge though, but I do have the Dynamiscus to out it. So the thing is here, if he didn't get the Vader of the Chaos Ruler, I could have Dynamiscus him on the token and then do the play I described earlier. But with the Vader there's just no real point, I just kinda can't really do anything, to be honest. So yeah, he's just gonna pass, gonna draw another BA, which doesn't really do anything. Like I can Dynamiscus token, go like summon Lyric from the deck, summon this, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. So yeah, I kinda have to hope like he pops this here and that I can survive with the Dynamiscus and the Driver. He has like, he hard drew the Sanguine, so that's really good for him. Gonna pop my Nibiru, and then the token is like a bazillion attack points, so I am gonna have to destroy it on the next turn, but then he hard draws the Red Eyes Fusion. And then at this point I can like attempt to Dynamiscus the token to stay alive, but then he can just negate Graff and I can't play anyway. Or like, yeah, I could Gamma I guess, but there's no, like, basically at this point there's no winning this game. I think I'm just gonna scoop. Yeah. There's just like, at that point he has the Vader and the Red Eyes, and I like when he has the Vader in hand, it's like impossible to out the Red Eyes on my turn, and then he has like he has like the token with a bazillion attack, and then the if I Gamma him, I just die to the Red Eyes burn. So yeah. I'm gonna go first again, hopefully not brick this time. So I'm gonna open Tour Guide, Graff, Alec, Dynamiscus, and Strike. You'll see in a second I'm gonna normal summon the Tour Guide. I'm not actually sure why I do this, because it's much better to just go special Alec, Graff, and then go like Dante, detach Graff, summon Cir, go IP, Beatrice, and then set these, and that way I can potentially do Beatrice first next turn, add Graff or Cir back to my hand, and then discard that for the Dynamiscus, but for some reason I'm gonna go Tour Guide here and just commit to the play of losing to the hand trap. Luckily it doesn't have it, so it does end up being slightly better than the other play, but really a misplay on my part. I'm just gonna mill 1, so I don't mill too many resources or anything. There's no use milling 3 anyway. I'm gonna bring out a Cir. And do the IP Beatrice opening, which is kind of what you want to go for in this deck. Gonna add a Cir to my hand, bring out the Dante, discard the Alec, since it's the worst beta in your hand basically, and then I'm just gonna go Beatrice. Set my 2 traps. At this point I'm feeling pretty good. I have 5 disrupts. Like I can potentially go send Farfa with the Beatrice, then have the Gate of Sunstrike, banish with Dynamiscus, and then Masquerina to go into Unicorn, and then I potentially even have 6 disrupts, because I can go into Unicorn, discard Graff, and then with the Graff summon Farfa, and then with Beatrice I could potentially just send Backjack to the graveyard to get an additional disrupt from that. But you'll see, he's just gonna go Rise Fusion on me. But I'm really thinking, like, should I do anything? I do have to strike to negate his negate effect, but that obviously isn't very good, since the Dragoon will just remain on the field, and it kind of depends on what he will negate, to be honest. So I could do this, send to Backjack, but then he can just negate the Backjack effect. So I'm just gonna go allow it, see what he decides to negate. Basically, he's gonna pop. I'm gonna chain Beatrice to his declaration to destroy. You'll see. He's gonna think about it for a while, and then he decides to negate it, so I don't get the Backjack to grave, which is alright, I guess. I could have like, if he didn't chain, I couldn't chain block the Beatrice with Dante, so I would have had to strike it there, which I think would have been slightly better on his part. But I'm just gonna go. Oh no, wait! I could have always chain blocked this. Oh no, he could have. I guess he could have popped the IP then with the Dragoon effect, and then after the board he could have popped Beatrice. But then I would have just Solemn Strike that, and that would have been really good for me. So yeah, I'm gonna add the Graff to the hand, and then I'm gonna summon Pilgrim out. And then on summon I'm gonna do a really cool play, really old school. Shout out to 2015. Or 2016 I guess is when Beatrice came out. So I go Pilgrim, discard Graff to draw a card. Then Graff is gonna trigger to summon Farfa, and then because I can control IP, Farfa is gonna self-destruct. And now I'm gonna actually banish the Pilgrim with the Farfa, since he would be able to pop it with the Dragoon, and then that would be the end of my life points. So and this way I know he can't do all the damage. Like, he will do enough damage to basically prevent me from activating Strike after it, but that's better than not having any life points at all, so I'll take it. It's gonna pop the IP and then just swing for 4,000, which is fine. And then I drew the Nibiru, but obviously that doesn't really do anything, since he activated Red Eyes Fusion, so kind of a dead draw, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna get kind of lucky here. He's gonna send Intis for the Dear Servant, pop my strike, which I wasn't able to use anyway. Then he's gonna pop my remaining card with the Lord, which is kind of annoying. But at this point, I know his hand is like Ecclesia, and then I didn't know yet Maximus, of course, but he's just gonna pass. My Pilgrim is gonna come back, and then I can do the Pilgrim effect again, since it is not a hard one per turn, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw another card, which is Libic, which is really good, and then Cir can bring back anything. I decided to go for Farfa, since I'd rather have a level 3 than a Dante, just so I could go for Cherubini, and you'll see why in a second. I'm gonna draw Cir, which is another insane draw, to be honest. Like, because I have the Libic now, I'm gonna be able to trigger all their effects in the graveyard, since I won't have to special summon any of them from the hand. So I'm gonna just Pilgrim to dig for some options. I also just hope he Dragoons me, basically, because if he does, I can go for Borbal Sword with Dante, and with the amount of attack Dragoon is on, that should be enough to attack for game. So he's like, yeah, draw is good. I'm gonna go Libic, it's also fine. I'm gonna go into Cherubini, summon it pointing at the Pilgrim, so it won't be destroyed by card effects. I'm gonna trigger the Graff, which is also fine. Summon the Scarm just in case I need a follow up for the next turn. And then, this is really funny, I'm gonna go Cherubini effect actually and a target Pilgrim. So this is basically the first time ever it's gonna be relevant, the attack gain is gonna be relevant, since I'm gonna boost Pilgrim to 46, which is 600 higher than Dragoon at this point. He says that's fine, the attack boost. Then I'm gonna declare Cir on Dante. And then at that point he realizes I've outed the Dragoon, and I think he's just gonna scoop. Yeah. So yeah, 1-1 against what should we call it? Like Dogmatica Eldlik Dragoon deck. Which I think is like actually a pretty good deck. It is at the start of the format, at least. I'm not sure if it will be any good later, but like good engines deck is pretty strong. So yeah, he's gonna go first this time. As you'll see, my hand is absolutely insane. Actually, I have one card starter. I have Cyclone for the Eldlik part of the deck, and then I have Ash and Nibiru for the combo part of the deck. So that's pretty insane. He's gonna go Quick Large. I'm just gonna allow it, since if he has like another one or some other follow-up, Ash is really bad. I'm just gonna let him do his thing, basically. I actually considered Ashing it, but like, didn't seem that good. He's gonna do the standard play, basically. He's gonna go Field Spell, summon the Tracer. Then, yep, summon the, what's it called, Recharge from the deck. And then he's gonna go for the Chaos Ruler again, I think. Which I'm gonna actually Ash. And I think that's fine. He doesn't have any response, because I really don't want him to generate all the advantage. Then he's gonna bring out Maximus, and at this point, I think this is like his 6th summon. And I feel I really have to debut here, because if I don't, he can send cards to the graveyard, and then he probably plays the Shadow Wall cards, right? And I really, like, I can out the window with the Dynamiscus potentially, but that's just so slow, and he won't just generate so much advantage. So I decided to just Nibiru here. And then the only thing is, if he does play Link Spider, he can bring out the Chaos Ruler and then make Verte, and I probably lose. But I mean, the other way, I feel like I would have lost anyway. And in this scenario, if he doesn't play the Link Spider, I'm in a pretty good position. So that's why I decided to go for this line. I summoned the token in the deck just in case I want to go Boral Sword on it. Then he's just gonna set 3, and it's my turn. I'm gonna go Tour Guide. He's gonna actually chain the Conquistador, which is fine, of course. Then when he changes to Sun Queen, I'm gonna Cyclone his Conquistador. So he brings out the Golden Lord, but I can just bring out Farfa. Then I'm gonna go into Dante. I'm gonna mill Graff, which is a pretty good mill, to be honest, at this point. I'm gonna go far from the token, since that would just make it disappear, basically. Bring out Scarm to get a follow-up for next turn. And at that point he sees the writing on the wall and he admits defeat. So yeah, we actually won a match with our Broken Burning Abyss deck. Yeah, So let's go to the second game. And yeah, for the second match of this video, which will be the last one by the way, we're gonna see I'm gonna lose the rock, paper, scissors. And I will go second. My hands actually, I mean, like I don't have any hand traps, but it's not bad going second since I have Torrential Tribute Strike and Dynamiscus, which is pretty good to outboard. You'll see I'm gonna be playing against, I guess, what most will consider to be the best deck of this format, which is Virtual World, and he's gonna start Qinglong with Lulu, which is really good. So as you will see, I'm just gonna get full comboed here. Like I assume at this point everybody will be familiar with this deck, so I'm just gonna kind of speed through it. Yeah, it's gonna go VFD, and he has like the super combo here, so you can end on double VFD. He does make the play where he goes like, oh, he makes a small derp here, which is fine. But yeah, he goes VFD call light, then he makes a second VFD to play around. You'll see you'll see I'm gonna top deck the driver, but now this is actually insane because when he's gonna bring out Shen Shen, I'm gonna be able to torrential his entire board, and then probably he doesn't have any VFDs left. So I might actually be able to get back into the game. And you'll see that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna summon the Shen Shen. Basically here I'm forced to do the torrential. Like potentially I could have waited and then Dynamiscus him in the battle phase or something, but I felt like Strike Dynamiscus was probably enough to stop him from comboing further, and then I really wanted to keep the Strike set because I really need to resolve the tour guide, or I also don't have any play. So yeah, I'm gonna torrential. Then I think he's gonna go Lulu. And then I'll chain the Dynamiscus to banish his Qinglong. He's carrying driver just so I have the Farfa for a potential follow up later. Then he's gonna set one, which I guess is the Chuche, but that will actually be fine, as you'll see in a second. So I'm gonna top deck another BA monster. So I have the tour guide here since I have set strike. He's gonna gamma me, so I get rewarded for keeping the strike. Gonna strike the gamma, bring out Graff. Since like if I bring out Graff, it doesn't really matter what he pops. If he pops the trigger, I can just special summon one of these from the hand. If he pops Graff, I can just summon Libic, and then it's the same end result. So he's gonna allow that. I'm gonna summon Dante, which I think he would Chuche. Oh, I make a misclick there. So yeah, he's gonna Chuche the Dante, which is fine by me. Gonna chain block the Graff just in case he has Ash. Then I think I will special Farfa probably. Yeah, because it's another disruption if it's under something. Then I'm gonna swing, which is 25. Dante goes to defense. I'm gonna end on Beatrice. The thing here is though, I was considering making Zeus, but yeah, Zeus would just lose to the Chuchi in his standby phase anyway. But as you can see, he's gonna summon the Shen Shen, and then I'm gonna lose to Chuchi anyway, because if he Chuches my Beatrice when Shen Shen is on the field, it gets banished, so I don't get Pilgrim. And then like even if he goes like Shen Shen, I chain Beatrice, send Farfa, and then Farfa has Shen Shen on summon, he can just change the Chuche effect. So yeah, I basically lost the game at this point anyway, since he has Lulu in hand, which we know, so he can basically after this do whatever he wants and have no disruptions. I'm gonna try to go like backjack here to get maybe another torrential or something, but he has Ash, so I'm just gonna scoop it up. Pretty good game though, if I have to say, it was pretty good. Then for game 2 I go first. I'm gonna open not so good. Like drawing this a little bit bad, and I can't really go into Beatrice unless I hit something good of the Dante mill. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to get lucky. Set up for next turn. I do not get lucky. Like I mill Cir, but it's actually not any good at this point, since I could bring back the Scar. Like then what? So yeah, I'm just gonna set the Cyclone and hope Cyclone Ash is enough to beat, get Tour Guide of course, to beat the Virtual World deck. But now he has Twin Twister, and at this point my only disruption is Ash. And he has Kowloon as well. Gonna set up the trap, and then he's gonna review Lulu. And the thing is here, so if I Ash here, I'm gonna play into Gamma, which I know I'm gonna play into Gamma. But then probably if I do not Ash the Lulu, he's gonna get so far ahead. I won't be able to win anyway with my Tour Guide and my Backjack as only cards. So I do up to use the Ash here, and then he does have the Gamma, so pretty unfortunate for me. And yeah, at this point I'm just gonna scoop it up because I know like I'm never coming back from that. So yeah guys, that was me building Burning Abyss December 2020, and then me playing some matches against actual meta relevant decks. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I might do this series of videos for like some more archetypes I enjoy. Maybe I'll do something like do some Sky Striker. I might do like some Drytron or some of the other decks in the new set which haven't gotten that much attention. I'm not sure yet. But be sure to let me know what you would like to see if you did enjoy this kind of type of video. Like, subscribe, etc., etc. Comment, and I'll see you guys next time.